So from here, the videos where we're supposed to be starting. What I do in my dailies is, like I said right before I started this video, I do my 3 arenas, I do my expedition, and then after that, I do my farming. Now, the farming, I'm not going to put it around here. I will put a video description below of things that you can actually invest. But basically, you buy a farm, you upgrade it to the last one, and have carrot seed being sold in there using your focus for it. This is something that basically you just want to do real quickly and then log right back out in case you're doing a busy work and such. But basically, I have 3 farms, and I basically do my arena 3 times. Do my expedition tier 6. It doesn't really matter. If you look at the price, they're very close to each other. You can do tier 4, tier 5, tier 6. Doesn't really matter. You can only get 1 sigils. So if you do tier 4, you're not going to get tier 5 or tier 6. So you can pick which one you want to do, which one is easier for you, and then finish that and sell it on the market. You can go to Albion 2D. You can press T4 sigil, T5 sigil, C6 sigil, see once you're selling the best one, and if you want to actually go for that one, do it. Be very careful when actually doing these, as there are a lot of newbies in this game. Again, the lower you go, obviously the more noobish, and the higher you go, again, still you're going to find some newbie, but not as much as the low. But again, it won't probably be as difficult as the low one. When doing these dungeons, try to prioritize. Do not bring anything higher than what the dungeon is offering you. If you feel that you want that little extra IP, try to not to, because if you go here, for example, I want to clear a little faster, but their cap, tier 6 is capped, and I go in tier 7.2 or something like that, and I do die on that, that will cost me like 50k, probably for 1 death, 40 to 50k. So you have to be very careful. Again, I'm actually going to show you an example over here of someone actually using the wrong set at the whole time, and the reason why he actually died. He was just taunt instead of enfeeble. It does reduce the damage around, again, and slows him down. He is using the emergency heal on the helmet. This actually gives you like 10% for everybody, and at the same time, if I'm healing, that's 24% healing reduction, and it actually stays because it keeps my regeneration keeps refreshing it. Again, the guy has refreshing sprint on his boots instead of giant, which means again he's going to get even more of that 24% healing reduction, and at the same time he is going to be nuked, basically. So again, some people just I didn't bother. I usually bother and tell them what to do and stuff like that. Like if I think in one of my other videos I bothered. But in here, I just wanted to finish this as quickly as possible and then get out of the dungeon and such. So you will find these type of players in here. So do not bring more than what you should have. If you're in tier 4, bring tier 4. If you're in tier 5, bring tier 5. If you're in tier 6, just bring tier 6 and such. That way, if you do die, it doesn't really cost as much. Because if you died again and it costs 8k repair, that means you're going to be selling the sigil for, let's say if you sell it for 40k, it's going to be sold for 32k, because that's how much you pay for the repair and such in the end as total profit. The next thing I do is my arena, and you have to be very careful when doing the arena as well, because then there's a lot of players in here who are also noobish. They just go into the arena to play in the fight and maybe have some fun. Some other players comes here for the arena to get the 3 quick sigil and such. And then for me, as I try to heal, I said to myself, the more I use my cultist chest, the longer I'm allowed to stay in the fight. So that's the reason why if you see the cultist chest and not using the fiend robe or anything like that, I wanted to go with a setup. I tried the breeze and stuff like that, and protective nature got nerfed from 50 to 40% and such. I tried the other breeze, but again, it doesn't really work well. You could probably use a different weapon. There's the normal nature staff for that, which again, when everybody has 3 stacks, they just heal more on their E. But I'm going to stick with the druid and stuff like that, so I'm going to stick with the same protective nature. I definitely tried different type of builds and stuff like that, and did not work. I tried reset, I tried assassin's hood and all that, but again, I'm just going to stick with that. When doing it here, be very very careful. If you have someone telling you something to do, try to listen. If it works, then keep doing it, keep listening to them. If it does not work, then please do not listen. So in here, in the battle of arena, which I was explaining to these guys, I love I said Halbert, and that was because of them. But again Halbert was the best against countering nature. And look over here, very close, when this guy's about to get to 40% to get dashed with a lunge to get executed. Look at that beautiful sacrifice, and he actually miss it. This is the reason why I use the grave guard. It actually saves lives and such. Again, one of the things I'm going to give you some tips about the arena is if your team are in the disadvantage, and no, we're not at the disadvantage here. Yes, they use the specter chest with the execute bloodletter and stuff like that, and they have 2 bloodletters in here. Yes, they do that. They try to even kill and they do succeed. They try to kill the bow over here. They succeed killing them both like nothing. But again, I told my players, if you see the specter, just run away. That's how you do it. Either that or nuke him down. But what I told them is like, let's win this very easily. You guys go on top because you won't be able to get defeated by them, and then I'll stall mid, and that's it. When you are getting into the disadvantage fight, you do tell your team to split up. If they can beat you in a full team, but they cannot beat you in a separate team, such as you have 2 people on top of north capping and they can't defeat it, then that means that's your winning chance. If you can't beat them in a team. If you can beat them in a team and you can beat them in separate, then the game is yours automatically. So that's one of the things I do in here, and you might see it in chat a lot. You know, if I see a bow, I tell them that bow is very overpowered in arena. I tell them if you see a bow, just go ahead and focus on the bow, because they can just have too long range on their auto attack, and then if they wanted to, they can teleport and keep that attack going. So I tell many times my guys, like, focus on the bow and kill them as fast as you can. Prioritize. If they have one person that have forbidden staff, focus on that one person can focus on the healer only, and that will keep the healer staggering for heals and such. So again, it's very easy. You go into arena, do your 3 times daily for the arena, and after you do the 3 times daily, you just jump into the expedition. After you do the expedition, you jump to the farming, and that's it. That's pretty much the end of the video. If you want to stick around to see my arena fights that I do 3 of them, you can, but again, that's pretty much the end of the video. You're going to be earning 126,000 for the arena sigils. You're going to be earning 40 to 50,000 for the expedition sigils, and depending on if you're using my farming strat, you'll be earning from 300 to 350,000 daily. So again, during this time, I always look at during this time, I'm sorry, during this time I went to the bathroom real quickly after that. That's the reason why it took me a little bit longer, and I didn't check my opponent on the stats on the tab, which is a big mistake. But I literally just came and ran into the to the chair, and I decided, like, okay, it's time to heal, because I didn't get a chance to actually read, or won't be able to get the chance to read unless I die, or unless we go back to the place. I actually lagged in here, and there's a reason why I'm making this video is because someone told me that it's bullshit. I wasn't lagging or anything like that. It's like, there it is. I am lagging. I told him, it's like, I lag, and I apologize. Reset the whole thing. I'm sorry. But if I didn't have that lag, I definitely could have saved them, and definitely could have this fight easily. But again, one of the guys goes on top, and I told him, go top, and I'm going to go mid, to try to stall. So I looked at the, if you saw that was very too quickly. I actually looked at my damage. One of the things you want to keep up is the damage, which you have to open up the tab on the left side. Once you do that, go to damage, click it on one of the party or whatever you feel is comfortable to look at it, and then after that you'll know how much damage they actually deal to you. It is very important, because if I got pretty much nuked like that with the same explosive build but with different type of chest that I made, then you need to know what you're fighting against. So I saw that he's using the nuking build, so now I have to be very careful every time he actually uses it. If you look there already right now, he went right ahead and did it, and I still survived it. I saved my cooldowns for that specific instance and such. So there's a lot of stuff that you're going to be learning in arena to actually have a better chance at winning. And then it really depends on everything that you do. Again, you saw them actually did it on me, and try to focus on me on that. But all I'm doing right now is stalling, so that way they can cap top. So that's what you're going to be doing as a healer. You're going to do your best to stall. After some of the new meta, it's actually very much easier to kill the healer as it is before. We did receive, again, Protector Nature is now 40%, is now 50%, which is very valuable in here. Like your Q stacks is 40% less with the W, and your E and your W, your sacrifice, everything is 40% less. So it's actually a really good thing for those who bitched about the a druid, which was never used, by the way, in expedition, a lot in a hardcore expedition, because they like the holy. And now that the druid came out in Random Dungeon, and then we were able to succeed in showing players that the druids are now viable, they give them that little slap nerf to the face. Well, change your meta and use the normal staff if you want, with the breeze and the E. Check it out somewhere around here. Maybe I posted it. If I didn't, that means I didn't bother with it. So again, I actually going to go with the cultist, and that is my winning chance. And as you looked, very easy type of win for that one. Then after that, I say my goodbyes to my guys. I sailed it, and the reason why I'm keeping this video on right now, even though it's already finished, is that I want to show you guys just an real example of me selling the arena sigils. So let's get to that part, and then the video is pretty much over. So as you see, 154,000. That's not bad. I know I sold one time 72 of them for 1 mil silver, which is not bad if you're just going to stay home and do like a couple things like 3 arena and stuff. Oh, real quickly before it's finished, do party with a healer, because it takes a long time to actually do this with a DPS. Party with a healer or become a healer yourself. That will reduce the time. And if you're doing 3 to 5 men and stuff like that, you're going to see a pre-mate. If you're just doing with 2 players, you have a good chance not to fight another pre-mate and such. And that's pretty much going to be end of the video. Do your arena 3 times, do your expedition 1 time, and do your farming. And that's all. Thank you.